are we on?
Live.
Fuck, you just exposed me as liking music? Did you actually?
I did.
Okay, Critters.
The sky
job
still
here is done.
borderless.
Okay, I like music now, guys. I was saving this for...
Episode 100 from the Beastie Boys.
If you just look up at
I was saving this for episode 100. But I've been liking music, guys. I've realized it's actually kind of cool. I've been liking Mac Miller. Caleb Poole showed me Balloonerism, which is a great album.
So I heard a rumor that you don't like music for the art necessarily. You like it because you heard there's a lot of money in music.
Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of money in music, like the independent music game.
Yeah.
And I've heard it's easier to get into.
Yeah. It's one of those kind of like industry things.
Yeah.
You just like get in.
You just
ground
get in.
floor, start
Yeah.
making money
There's a big
immediately.
industry here.
You're
That's why
right, dear.
I've been into outsider music a lot because I've heard it's one of the most lucrative. It's basically $0 to get into.
Yeah,
Me and
the
Graham-
entry fee is $0.
Me and Graham are
changed
starting a
it.
band. Me and Graham started a band.
Okay.
Didn't even ask me.
You want to join? You're in. It's
Okay.
called the Goon Cave.
Okay.
In the Goon Cave.
In the buds getting brave. I can't do this.
What do you guys do? You
Brave.
just freestyle?
We freestyle.
No, there's
There's a freestyle.
No, it's written. It's fully.
We don't need to go into that. Hi, Critters. I don't know if it's been a while.
It hasn't.
It hasn't. Hey, guys.
Well,
We're dependent.
yeah. Because we've got 2 in
Dependable.
the bank right now.
Really?
One's coming up today. And then
What's going
Brazil.
today?
Flight risk.
Oh, my God. That. Sorry, I shouldn't say God. Gosh. Oh, my gosh. That's going
Oh my
up.
goodness.
Oh, my good.
Oh my freak.
Oh, my freak.
What the freak?
It's going up. That's. Oh, shit. We still have time to do the Critter Risk special. Now that Caleb's out of the hibernation, we can get him on that. It's getting nicer out.
Well, we have 30 minutes until I think it's published.
Yeah, but we can, like, within a week, that's fine.
Until
Okay.
the.
It doesn't
Wait,
need to
did
be
you-
at the end of
Did
the
you
episode.
already
I think,
do the
I think
flight risk
We
app?
did that
We
when
did it right
Magpies-
after we watched. Yeah, right on Magpies the last night. We did
Flight Risk is a
You
great
went to
movie,
flight
you
risk
guys.
without me?
Well,
You were dying. I don't know if you remember.
But we specifically told you weren't invited to get rest because you had
Yeah.
to act the next day. Do you remember
Do you
what was
remember?
going on with you, Graham? You couldn't speak,
You were in the hospital for
throat
like
was
14
infected?
hours.
and you had a lot of speaking the next day to do. Are you sad? I'm sorry. We
I
did.
wanted to see bald Mark Wahlberg.
It wasn't that good.
You didn't need to see it. Just listen to the episode.
You're.
I mean, I did see it from
You're
the
in-
trailer.
you want to see? You want to hear what our episode's gonna be?
Okay.
So the whole movie's about this FBI agent who
No
is.
spoilers.
It's a spoiler discussion of flight risk now.
Yeah.
This FBI agent who's
Are they
transporting.
even FBI? Like, or is that left more vague?
They're an American institution.
Yeah.
And she's an agent, and they're bringing a dangerous, not dangerous. He's the accountant for a big mob family, and she's
Yeah, he's
flying
gonna
across the
testify.
country because he was hiding out in Alaska.
As
You're
you
really
do.
sad right now, Graham. I'm sorry.
Crashed Graham out.
Yeah. But Mark Wahlberg's the pilot, and he's
I don't wanna be
bald.
here anymore.
I don't want to be around anymore.
And we're gonna get Caleb to be Mark Wahlberg, and we're gonna be driving my car around. It's
Okay.
manual, and it's like, oh my god, who knows how to drive manual?
And you're gonna be the Topher Grace character.
And he goes, "You need a driver.
Y'all need
yeah,
a driver?
exactly. It's
Y'all
gonna-
need a driver."
And we have obstructions for the project. Every shot must be a push-in. I think we
Yeah,
decided.
Yeah. Because that's what the movie is too. It's all these like dramatic pushes on like nothing.
Let's freeball some obstructions. Every shot has to be a push-in. I think is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Um,
No shot can last longer than like 36 frames.
Oh, let's
Maybe longer. Maybe
do 5 seconds.
That's too long.
3 seconds.
3 seconds, absolute max.
Because
You
it's
should
1
aim
Mississippi,
for-
2 Mississippi,
Well,
3
okay,
Mississippi.
wait. 30,
That's
36
quick.
frames, you said?
Yeah.
That's more than
That's
1
It's a
second.
second and a half.
Yeah.
Let's do 3 seconds.
Okay.
I have a vision for this.
Okay.
Where you're gonna be in
Maybe
it.
do 2.
You know what the episode's gonna be? It's gonna be me and Sam. We're the Critterpit agents, and we have to transport you out
Okay.
of the pit to the mud hole. It's like a
Yeah.
slop off
Yeah.
thing. Or no, not to the mud hole. Caleb's gonna be like a mud hole agent or something. He's
Yeah.
like,
So the
Trying
thing
to-
is, you're trying to testify against the mud hole, but Jake sends Caleb.
Why would
to
I ever testify against the mud hole?
because we've
we're gonna
broken
kill
you.
you.
We
Yeah.
like it's gonna open on us like torturing
It's
you.
gonna open on some good AI.
Oh, we could open on a good torture
Yeah.
sequence. Oh, that would be sick. Like we're torturing him down there,
Yeah.
and he's like, okay, I'll testify. Oh hi, I'll
Oh, hi."
testify. Oh hi.
I think when it really comes down to it, I'm pretty hard to torture. I think.
Well, it's make believe. It's fake.
No, like just in real life. I'm just saying in real life.
But your
I think-
character will be very.
yeah, very
Why do you
easy
think
to
you'd
torture.
be hard to torture?
Can we waterboard you for the movie? I've been waterboarded. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
No, I have. In high school, we did whole trials.
I'll try a
See if
little.
you would
I'll try a
die.
little bit of waterboarding.
We don't.
We
like,
still
just a
haven't done.
tiny
We
bit.
still haven't done the
The
what was-
diabolique one.
diabolique.
Yeah.
Who gets drowned in that one?
It's gonna be you.
Yeah.
Because you made me eat a sandwich or something. Oh my
I don't
gosh.
remember what. The,
Yeah. I make you eat the fish sandwich, and then you and Sam.
still gotta
drown me.
edit those.
Sam
Yeah.
was in Edmonton at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotta edit the one that we shot like coming up on a year ago.
Oh yeah.
Well, like we
There's a very
rewatched
basic
it.
edit of that.
We
I
rewatched
can
it
make
last
something good with
semester. That what we filmed of that, and Ethan was immediately like, no, because he had like
Oh,
his
the
stubble was
worst
really
facial
long.
hair.
Yeah.
The
He was
worst.
like,
facial-
yeah, this is never coming out.
It works
never
for the
coming out.
character.
It's never coming out. It's never coming out.
It's just because there's.
It's so bad. I look so ugly.
Yeah. It's also like an insane sketch, that one.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the better ones though.
It's still
think it-
topical, just as topical today as it was a year ago.
That Matt
And
sketch.
we're gonna include a whole thing on like, do not spoil this to anyone.
Yeah.
It's the funniest.
Fuck, we
thing.
can't do it now.
We did have that at the end of the Diabolique pod.
Yeah.
I put that warning in.
Oh, how time flies. I really want to start doing the critter sketches again. They're so much fun. But
We haven't
time-
done any this year.
Yeah. We did. How many last year?
Like,
2?
No, we did a few.
3?
We did one with Caleb. We did one
Matt.
with Matt.
And we did the Graham one. 3.
Yeah, so 3.
Wait, how did he survive the drowning?
I don't remember. Diabolique? I don't remember.
I don't remember how he survived.
How
the
can you
drowning.
ask
long
me
time
something
ago.
from a previous Critterpit episode?
Yeah.
It's in one ear out the other, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch the
As soon
episode.
as you do the pod,
Watch the
gone.
Everything that I say during the podcast is just leaving my brain.
Yeah.
I've
Like-
said this since the start. I don't remember anything I've ever said on an episode. It's done as soon
Therefore,
as
it can't be used in a court of
Well,
law.
Mhm.
I think I remembered everything when I rewatched Yojimbo. I watched it on 1.5 times
Oh my
speed because I just
believe
remembered
it.
everything. I knew it beat
Have
for
you
beat.
seen it before?
Yeah, we watched it for film history.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I noticed on my thing that my last log of this movie was almost exactly 2 years ago. It
Hmm.
was March 9th, 2023.
Yeah.
And this watch was March
You just dated yourself.
3rd. What?
You dated the pod.
Fuck. But before we get into that, Critterpit hasn't gone official yet, so we can still do a preamble.
It's true.
What
Just
if we
wait.
get that? If we get that money though, Sam's saying we have to cut the preamble.
Did you get that office in Edmonton?
Sam says we have to cut the preamble if we get.
We told
big.
you that we're going for a grant for the pod.
Really?
Yeah.
If you get the grant, you're cutting the preamble.
If we get the grant, it has to be like a serious thing, because then
But
it
we're
becomes like on the Telus like channel. They like
That's awesome.
we still get to keep all the like intellectual property and we like copyright of the show, but they can put it on their own like.
Did they get
services
money
as
from
well.
it?
I don't know.
But
I don't really care right now. We currently
I don't
make
think
no
they
money.
do. I think it'd be free to
Yeah,
watch it on
I
Telus.
think so.
But me and Sam are talking. If that happens, we'll have to change it to post-amble. We talk about the movie first for like an hour,
Yeah.
and then we have an hour of post.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna get an email. It's gonna be like, "Sorry, we've decided to go with Mudhole for our grant."
Is Mudhole actually still happening?
Well,
I
update.
heard all the episodes
Update?
are gone.
Yeah. So we had like 2 or 3 episodes recorded, and Jake was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get to them." He's just been busy, and I think just hasn't had the energy to really edit them, especially since they're so old. It's kind of like
An editing podcast.
What do you mean
Well,
editing the pod?
just to like put them together and like to because we
That's
make
new.
we make the picture each time, even though it's just a picture of like some mud. But we
You
ever
redo the picture, like to
I
Yeah.
the
mud
Mudhole.
specifications.
I love the
Yeah.
Mudhole. I'm so
But,
sad I don't get to hear the Mudhole.
yeah, I'm
anymore.
sad that we lost Is it episode 2.5 or 1 point? No, it'd be 2.5.
The one all in auto tune.
Yeah,
That-
I really
Yeah.
wish.
That's
I really
fucking
wish that one
trash.
got
So funny.
released.
You
It
guys,
was,
did
a,
you
it was a
even-
really good episode
Did
on
you
like
keep the
3
episode
movies.
that Ethan and I were on, or did that immediately
No, that
go
one
in the
we
trash?
deleted that one. That one was just it was kangaroo court from you guys.
I don't even remember what movies we were talking about on that app.
I just remember being
I think it was Boy and the Heron.
really high.
Because I think that's what we did after the auto tune app was we recorded it with you guys, the
Okay.
same movies.
Was that
And
the one
then-
where we were really high?
I don't even think we were high. I think we were just
No.
very goofy. Like,
'Cause I remember
No,
one
you guys
time,
were just like roasting the shit out of us. It was very mean spirited.
I just remember one time you guys were trying to record a pod, and we'd like done the classic Jake Robb movie night of smoking up, and I was just so high. I'm like, I can't podcast right now. I'm like, I can't do this. right
Maybe I don't know. I just remember it was the big guys punching down.
Probably. We are bullies. We like to keep
we
our
kill our
position
competition.
on top.
It was. I think it was like worse than the W app, from what I
No.
remember. Yeah,
That's
The W app was really bad.
it was bad, but I think
Nothing
this
will be
was
worse than our
like.
first After Dark, though.
I think it was worse than the W
No,
app.
that first After Dark was great.
Is there gonna
Have
be
you
another
listened
After
back?
Dark?
No, I haven't listened back, but I mean, I know it's a great episode, but it's the most unreleasable thing we've
Oh
ever
yeah.
recorded.
At the end of 4th year, we need to listen to that
Yeah,
and then record a new one.
yeah. We should record another. Like, I think it'd be fun to do that again. Like, get Graham in on it too.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to hear what you guys said about me in After Dark.
I couldn't even remember.
I remember one thing we said about you.
Is it bad?
It's a little slanderous. I can't tell you on the air, but I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
Interesting. I don't remember. I just
We were
remember
speculating a lot on things.
Interesting.
You're just speculating on my sexuality, just like
No,
everyone
not
in
that.
high school.
No,
We should mention we had a great class the other day. We can't go into specifics.
no, we should break down everybody's story.
No. Okay. So boom, boom,
Okay.
boom, boom. I wrote down
Trauma
everybody's
recap episode.
exact
Yeah.
story, detail for detail.
Yeah. No, we had a class where everybody just shared like traumatic moments from their lives.
I kicked
And
it
as the
off.
class went, it kept spiraling. Like,
I started it
more.
because I just wanted to get out of the way, and I was like, "Oh God, I've killed the tone. This is way too personal. This is way too vulnerable. This is uncomfortable. This is
Yeah.
cringe. Everyone's gonna be thinking about my traumatic moments." And then boom, boom, boom. It just kept getting more traumatic and more sad. And
yeah.
it was a great class, though, man. I've never felt more like connected with my peers before. Like, damn,
Yeah.
Don't
This is
say
cool.
that. We don't
Sorry.
mention that.
we don't like peers.
We don't mention it.
Oh,
It-
Once the
we,
final
we like
cut's
it, we
done,
just don't
once
mention
the final cuts out, then
Is there any
Yeah.
plans to make a?
it. I think once school's done, me and Dom will probably.
I want
get
to
a
see the
final cut.
the Jerry Films Festival. Are you gonna put the weed one public?
Eventually, that one I definitely am gonna submit to festivals, but I
You
have
should
it. I
submit
have
it
it
to,
unlisted right now.
to showcase
Yeah, maybe.
just for funsies.
I don't.
I need
wanna
to
put
pay
it.
them. When's the deadline?
No. You don't. You just have to be a film student. You don't need
No,
to
no, no. You have to be a film student to
submit.
vote.
No, to submit, you just need to be a film student as well.
They changed it.
They changed it.
I read the thing and it said they changed it just for like sitting in to watch them.
I'm pretty sure it's for both.
I'm not paying.
Aiden paid for me.
Really? That's sweet of him. How'd that happen?
I said, I don't really care about this thing. And he's like, well, what if I pay for your thing?
Which
I was like,
thing?
okay, for Film Society.
Oh.
And he said, what if I pay? I'm like, okay,
What film? Or just to be in?
just to be in the
That's
society.
nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. Are you gonna submit Magpies?
Probably.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's not
I
getting
think-
in. I'm sorry.
I don't want.
It's pretty long.
Don't want to go to the showcase.
How long is Magpies?
It's probably going to be like 14 minutes.
I think it just. Oh no, I think they want 10 max.
No,
No, it's 15.
15. Okay.
I hope Take Care of the Dog gets in, and I think it will.
They
Yeah,
need
I'm
some
liking-
fourth-year representation.
I'm really liking what
It's
you
not gonna
did
be in.
with the soundtrack on that. It's very compelling.
Yeah. Found
It's-
a great little somber guitar piece to put through the start,
Nice.
and then
That I think it works for the film. I think
Mhm.
that's like just kind of whatever for the soundtrack. I think
I
what
think
you
it
did
really
with
ties
I
it
think
together.
what you did for like the latter half. It's like Ethan kind of just built a soundtrack over little sound bites on Pixabay,
Nice.
and it works. It's really good.
I don't know. I feel like it's scuffed.
No, I like it.
Have you re-listened to it since?
I don't think so, but I could have a re-listen. I really like it.
Okay. Yeah.
Excited for you to be done that one.
A lot of orchestral music sounds because it like the last beat of the film is she turns on the radio and I puts a Wagner piece in there and it's like this big climactic.
Richard Wagner?
Yeah.
It's really weird. Ethan had me looking up some French horn at one point, and I just looked up French horn on Pixabay, and sometimes you'd get like a freaky French horn, like a, and then you'd go to the next sound and it'd be like,
There's some really creepy sounds on there.
it's like, how is this
Yeah, that's
French
weird.
horn?
I find like all of the like categories, like everybody just puts everything under every category.
There's some
on Pixabay.
great fucking
Well,
sounds on there.
every time we look something up, you can look up anything, and then you'll just get like video game sound effects for some reason. Like you'll look up like, I don't know. I looked up like scraping noises, stone scraping on stone, and I got like level up noise.
I just found
There's all these electronic shit.
I just put out this new movie, and I found this great fucking like reverberated guitar
Yeah.
track that I put on it. It's so fucking good.
Is it the Romp one?
No, the Cat Dreams one.
Oh, Cat Dreams. Okay.
Have you seen
I
that one
s-
yet?
Did you just release that?
Yesterday. I think.
Okay, I didn't see it yet.
Fake fan.
Have you seen it, Sam?
I skimmed through all
Well,
of them.
I was at work.
Okay.
I was at work. I was trying to watch the one you made in high school, the stop motion one,
Sounds so shit.
and then
No, it's fine. I like it.
I really like the just kind of opening before it gets stop motion. As soon as it turned stop motion,
The quality
my
goes down.
my manager came over and was like, "We need to train on
I was
this
actually
thing." So-
quite like it was such a weird one to rediscover. Like just thinking about creating things. It's so weird. My relationship with creating things has developed so much because that one is like
Yeah.
I made this whole thing, but I wanted to like undercut it with a joke at the end. I don't know if you've seen it, just to like not give myself credit or something. I don't know. It's weird. Came from a weird place.
I get that though. Like if you
I
put
really
a little
like-
joke at the end to be like,
It's
this
not
isn't
serious.
me.
It's
Like
not
yeah,
serious.
I didn't really put that much work into it.
Exactly.
Like it's fine. Like
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
starting is like really compelling. All the shots and like the zoom ins.
Yeah, I was fucking
but
like impressed.
I just
It
think
sounds
the one thing is it's just like not very motivated. Like there's not a lot of reason for the zoom ins from what I could tell, but they look sick.
It's kind of motivated, like the zoom ins on like the TV.
Yeah.
They're-
But then
they're
on the-
kinda
on the box,
motivated
I didn't
'cause-
really
Oh
understand.
no, those aren't.
Yeah.
But the ones on the TV are because it's supposed to be like the little people there, and then everything
Mhm.
gains life. Something. It's interesting though. I was very happy I found that because that one I had been looking for 5 years, man, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I opened my old phone, was trying to find what YouTube channel I fucking posted to. I came to the sad like defeated point where I was like, it's on my school account, so it's gone, right? Because they deleted my school email. And then I found on the Play Store this fucking one email, thebruvner@gmail.com. I'm like, could it be that? I put it in, and they're all there. And I discovered this just treasure trove of movies I made in high school, and it was a great feeling.
Yeah. Speaking of like movies we made a long time ago, my family had this old tape camcorder,
that's cool.
and like I didn't have any other camera at the time, so I was like trying to film stuff on that.
On
And I
tape.
remember the very first couple I did with my neighbor, they were just awful. It was like, "Hey Dad, can you record us on the trampoline?" And in my mind, these films were like, they were sick.
Yeah.
And then just watching it, it's just two kids jumping on the trampoline, like saying, you can't even really hear what we're saying.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
It's so loud.
And then afterwards, with my other friend, I started filming some stuff on them. And like I had no way of getting the footage off. We had no way of digitizing because it's all analog.
Yeah, it's on tape. Yeah.
And so I would just film it with, like when you play it back, it just cuts to the next thing immediately.
Yeah.
So I'd film it with that in mind.
Yeah.
Instead of doing cuts, I would just do a take.
That's how I did it on even my iPod before I like had any editing software. We just record the edit and you just like
Oh,
scroll
yeah.
through it. Yeah.
So like I watched back one of them. I did this really weird Mortal Kombat thing where it was like, I think I had to go to the bathroom so that I'm like fighting all these people to get to the bathroom. It's like Mortal Kombat, and I watched it back like a number of years ago, and I was like, damn, this is actually cohesive. Like,
It is so interesting,
Yeah.
because like going back to that stop motion one, I remember that just being like completely nonsensical, just
Yeah.
not flowing. But I was surprised with how well it flowed going back to it.
I think it's interesting to look back and be like, what inherently did I understand?
Yeah,
about
yeah,
film,
the
right?
film
It's just like-
language.
yeah.
Like I was
There's
fucking
some of
doing
it- like, I don't know
dollies
why
and,
I'm doing
like, I
this,
did this
but-
one dolly shot in it that was fucking cool, and like this one push in shot.
Yeah.
And all the like zoom ins you were mentioning, like I
is
did
it the
not.
under the door?
Yeah, where it like zooms in and punches into the black. Like I thought that was so cool that I was doing that shit.
At first, I was like, oh, I don't like that it's not going to see under the door. And then when it faded to black and then just faded into the next thing, I was like, oh, okay. I get it.
There's
I
some
get
cool
it.
stuff. Just like how you intuitively, without any studying really, just
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
stuff
Kind of
just
shows
by watching
school's a
movies.
waste of time.
Oh no,
Yeah,
just watching
Total
movies.
waste of
We're
time.
born with these skills.
Exactly.
I
It's
think
like
it was
innate
because
in
I was
some of us.
gooning so much on movies.
Yeah.
I think for my first year when we had to write like a little letter on why you should get in, I feel like it was like I don't remember exactly what I wrote, but I remember vaguely that it felt very like narcissistic. I was like, I just have this innate ability to know what looks good.
And they let you in.
Yeah.
I'm very curious who got rejected from RDP Film School. I think nobody.
Nobody.
No, because the people didn't do this stuff. Like,
Yeah, I
they were
didn't.
probably like, I don't care what he wrote. He did something.
Yeah. He submitted an application. Check. Welcome
But-
aboard, soldier.
I think if I would have gotten into my first choice, I would have been a better filmmaker, maybe.
What was your first choice?
Concordia.
Oh, yeah.
And they just like, I remember the letter I got. It was just an email. It was like, unfortunately, you have not been selected to be part of the Concordia film program.
Did you apply for production or for studies?
I think production.
Okay. Yeah, the production one I've heard is like really hard to get into.
But I wish they had put a reason, but like, they could have just not put a reason. They could have just said, I didn't get in. I would have been like, damn. But they said, not only did you not get in, but we're not going to give you a reason because it's COVID.
That sucks.
And I was like, if anything, you should have more time to say why I didn't get in. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Over 10K on Video Doom.
10K, let's go.
Shout out.
Yeah, it would have sucked though having to be in Quebec doing school. Like it would have cost double, right? Because you'd be in.
Yeah, no, that was the
Yeah.
realization.
I think it's a
came
shorter.
to.
Is it a shorter
Fuck.
program? I think it's.
I don't know. I think it's. I don't know about the production. I think the studies it's technically supposed to be done in 4 years.
Okay, maybe it is 4 years.
Yeah.
I just know Toronto and Vancouver Film School. Most people, from what I've seen, like if you look on like Google reviews, people are like, "Do not fucking go
Just
here."
everybody I've met that goes to Toronto or the Vancouver one has said, yeah, it was like fine, but kind of unneeded. Also,
Yeah.
I found out you have to rent your own equipment there.
Ah.
Like you have to pay to rent
Oh my
equipment.
god.
Yeah, and it's already like 30 grand. Like,
Yeah.
It's 30
that was
grand for
the-
1.5 years.
Yeah.
That was the most depressing realization I came to, because I had like really good grades coming out of high school. I could have gone into like most places I was going for it,
Yeah.
but I went through them. I'd get so excited about all the like program specifications and these thoughts of going
Yeah.
off to the other world, because I'd saved up like over 10K from working at A&W for a year, and just fucking realizing that I just could not afford any of them.
Yeah.
You know, it was just the most sad, just sad realization, and then eventually being like, okay, Red Deer. Ugh.
lucky he was here.
No, but yeah,
That's a
I'm
good
very
program.
happy with how it all turned out. Decent program, has its issues, falling apart,
I
but
think if you had just saved up your money and got to Concordia, you probably would have been best friends with Gabe right now and had a film
think so?
podcast with them.
you
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah.
And
Just
you would
think
have
about
known
it.
Sam by association. Sam would
Exactly.
be running Critterpit. I would be the
Yeah, it would
the
be me
main
and Graham.
co-host. Yeah.
I feel like I would have developed.
I feel
a
like it
lot
would be you
worse
and Jake,
habits.
if anything.
Maybe.
Maybe Jake would still be here
Jake would probably still be here if you didn't bully him out of the program.
if I wasn't so
Yeah.
fucking.
You
mean
bullied
to
him all the way to Arizona, dude.
No. Yeah, Jake had to flee.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
he
that's
said
really
he
the
would send me his videos he took of the Chromacopia concert.
That's sick, man.
Only if I
Emma
promised
Lundgren.
to watch them all the way through.
Yeah.
And
Emma
I
Lundgren's there as well.
Emma is.
And maybe Luke. I don't know.
Wow.
Just a funny thing I learned this weekend.
Good for them.
Yeah.
For the concert?
For the concert.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell Jake to get some pictures with him.
That's what I said.
I can't believe
Probably
I'm like
sitting next to each other.
it upsets me so much that no one
Would
comes
Jake
to
even
Canada.
recognize them?
Small enough venue. They'll probably be right next to
It's
each
kind of
Wait,
like an
where
intimate
was-
show, I heard.
Where was Childish Gambino coming to?
Calgary,
Fucking
wasn't it?
Calgary,
Calgary.
man.
Yeah.
That pisses me off thinking about it. That would have been such an
Oh my
amazing show. I
There-
got so into him, though, over that summer. Like, Sam can attest that. I was annoying with it. I got
Yeah.
so into fucking Gambino.
Well, I think anybody who gets into Gambino is annoying.
I was looking into the movie.
I'm hyped for Mac Miller to go
I don't
on
think the
concert,
movie's
though.
real.
Well, I was looking into it, and a lot of people are theorizing that,
He just shot the things for promo.
Yeah.
like
The
no,
trailer?
the
Bando Stone and the...
the tour people were theorizing was likely going to be a big part of the film, and they were likely filming the tour. So then when he had
Oh,
this
okay.
health
Like he was
concern,
playing the
it's like they couldn't
character
get the
of
footage.
Bando Stone. Yeah, I could see that.
That makes sense.
But he played a good amount of shows, right? Because he was going throughout the summer.
Did he?
I feel like he played a few
Okay.
shows.
It's just so compelling. Like, I guess he did another album where he wrote a movie script for it.
Yeah, that was because the internet. He wrote this whole script from what I've heard in like emoticons and stuff, which is kind of interesting.
There's a book written in emoticons. But that's like an actual script. People were saying like he wrote an actual script. There was never
Yeah.
intended to be a movie. That was the project. And this one seems like there was intended to be a movie.
I got so hyped about that shit. The
I
trailer
know.
was so cool.
It's
and,
so
like,
fun.
I gooned on that album so hard. That was like my #1 thing on Spotify that year.
I think the trailer kind of looks fake. It doesn't...
In certain parts, yeah.
Like not even like bad CG, but just like... I don't know, I get like a fake movie trailer vibe from it now.
Now, in retrospect, yeah.
I'd maybe have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But with all the little bites in the songs and everything, with the characters, all the little audio bites, I was getting so excited. Like,
I mean,
ooh,
considering the
first.
IMDb page, it has like no info. That's kind of the main thing going for it being fake. It's like
Where's
just
Donald?
it's
And
just
there's no like release date or like
Do you think we could get
anything. It's
Donald
all-
on the pod to address these issues?
If you tell him that you had a ticket for one of his shows, I'm
He
sure
should
he
feel
would
entitled.
make good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would perform right in front of
Yeah.
us.
Be like,
Do a pod
Cody
performance.
Lorraine, just in the corner over there. He had a break. He's like, as the
We don't
mic,
we don't
would you
have him
like-
mic'd up at
Yeah,
all.
no.
You just hear him
it's
slightly
tiny
in the
desk
background.
concerts, but it's just in the background of Critterpit episodes. We get like big artists to come.
just in the corner, and
Yeah.
we're the only ones with mics. We're like, wow.
No, we're just doing a regular episode as they perform.
You have the mic like noise
Yeah.
gated, so it's like cutting in and out.
Yeah, exactly.
Quiet down. We're talking about the
Picking that
movie.
up on the mics a little bit. Can we turn down your
You
monitor, please?
Turn around, sing into the corner. We're just picking it up a bit.
Just go into the closet, close the door.
Yeah.
Get it all soundproof.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think, was it? Yeah, I think Mac performed for the last time on the Critterpit, right? Mr. Miller.
Oh yeah.
His last performance was actually.
I don't want to. Yeah. There's a lot of bits. That's bad.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, Caleb, I don't think is gonna appreciate this bit.
Who?
Well, he doesn't listen to the pods.
Yeah.
He's not true for
So let them all rip. No, I'm joking.
No, no.
Love Mac Miller. I've been getting into him lately, and he's fucking amazing. So sad.
I told
so sad Ethan's getting into music.
I told
It's so sad. Why do I have to get into the fucking one artist? The one artist who's dead.
The one artist who's everybody else still alive.
Snow's coming down harder now.
Yeah.
I told He Who Shall Not Be Named about the new Mac Miller album.
Who's that?
Person from my past.
Jacob?
Okay, just name drop. Just name drop. Okay.
Wait, does he listen to Critterpit?
Yeah.
Really?
No, he
No.
doesn't.
Okay, he who shall not be named.
I'm not gonna remember to.
I told
pick
him
that up.
about it, and he was just immediately like pissed off that they made an album from Mac Miller who's dead. He was like, I hate when they fucking release albums after the person's dead.
Why? Moral? Does he have moral grounds for that?
Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's.
I think it's more so like it's not the person who
They can't
they didn't fully produce it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did he produce his music though?
Yeah, he did a lot of his own production.
Okay.
I've been talking to Caleb about
I don't
that.
know if
I
he
don't
did
know
the
how much
production
was
for,
done, though, yeah.
for Balloonerism.
Yeah.
That's such a good album, man.
It is a really good album.
I
Like,
love
the production's great on it. Even if it's
Yeah.
not Mac Miller,
Yeah,
it's
even
still
if it's not.
really good production.
Yeah, it's so interesting because listening to all his other albums so far, it's much more like positive, upbeat. Definitely a lot of like really sad and like haunting lyrics of just like dealing with that fatalism and mortality. But
Is
just the production on Balloonerism.
Is that one song on Balloonerism about Ariana Grande?
I don't know. I don't know much about.
Is that one song that's like he's talking about
Did
a
they
girl?
date or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they were dating when he died.
Oh, okay.
And Ariana Grande was like, "I'm so traumatized. I'm gonna date Pete Davidson."
Oh, that is traumatizing.
I remember
Davidson
seeing a
dating now.
little.
Anybody? Is he single? Anybody
I
know?
think he's-
Miller
I
has
think
a
he's
great
single. I think you're good.
song with
Okay, thank
Ariana
God.
Grande on Divine Feminine.
I think you're
I'm
good.
gonna ask him out on the pod.
You get Pete.
Pete.
I guess we do like him now because he's
No,
good
I don't
in
like. He
Dogman.
removed all his tattoos. Fucked.
we like him.
I don't like him.
No,
I
he's
saw
good
it.
in Dogman, dude.
He's good in Dogman. He plays Pete. The
Plays
cat
himself.
Well, his character's name is Pete.
I saw a little clip from his stand-up where he's talking about Ariana Grande on like the cover of, or like she was interviewed for some big magazine,
Yeah.
and was like, "I didn't know who Pete Davidson was." And-
Davidson?
Davidson.
Or Davidson.
I didn't. She was like, "I didn't know who he was when I dated him," and he was like, "Could you imagine if I said that? I don't know who fucking Ariana Grande is. People would kill me." I don't. There was
Yeah,
more
but
to the
the-
joke. I don't really remember exactly how.
That's
he
not
said
a very good joke because their levels of stardom are very different.
Cool.
I think it was like it got into like a racial thing where he was like, yeah, like if I said that, it would. I don't remember the joke. It's really
doesn't
hard to
seem
explain
like
a
you
joke
do.
when I don't remember. It's just something about. Could you imagine if I said I had no idea who she is?
I could
I was gonna
imagine.
Say something. What was I going to say? Forgot.
I don't know.
I think Pete Davidson's much better after he got off SNL. I think SNL was bad for him.
I think he's really good in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Ethan's becoming a union man.
You got a certificate of participation. You didn't get the award.
What award?
You didn't get the best
You were best
IATSE.
IATSE.
That's okay.
Hermity.
That's okay. Look at how cool they did my name with the capital and everything. And friggin' the cursive. I think they did that by hand.
Yeah, it's maybe not as good as
Do you have
Between
yours
Dreams
still?
cursive, but
Of course.
Did you frame yours?
Of course not.
So I have to get Wemyss now?
Yep.
Okay, I gotta get Wemyss.
I probably would need to get caught up on my Wemyss again. You have to keep that updated to be in.
You have to have
No.
the certificate.
Yeah.
I've had the certificate in the past. I don't know if I still have it.
If you can find it, then you'll be good.
Wait,
Is
no.
that the only certificate you need besides the set etiquette to get in, Sam?
Yeah.
What was exactly you
212.
needed to get into 212? Just a certificate? Wemyss?
In Wemyss.
That's it? And you're in?
I think so. I don't
What
know.
is
I'm not a
212?
212 member.
What is
210, that's all you need?
Yeah.
I wonder if it'd be different for
what is
212.
it? What did you? Are you in a specific chorus?
The set etiquette thing is just they offer it through like all the different locals.
Are you trying to get into a certain chorus?
Yeah, I want to get into 212.
What is 212?
That's the Calgary
Yeah.
branch.
Well, you would need to like specify which like.
you
part of
apply
the
right to the
production.
locals, right?
No. Like IATSE 212 is broken up into like
Yeah,
if you want to be a
it's like
grip,
grip,
if you want to be a
LX.
gaffer.
I don't know what I want to be. I don't know.
That's what was tough for me because the Edmonton one is like you just apply and you're
Yeah,
part of
you're-
everything.
Would I be able to join 210 and 212?
I don't think you can be part of both. I think they're kind of sisters. I don't know.
It's also confusing.
Yeah.
Can I just make movies or podcast?
That's like the main reason I haven't gotten into 212 because it's like I don't know what specific thing I want to do. Like I kind of want to just be able to do anything on a set. I would
Probably
PA,
just
I would
grip or
I would
LX.
grip,
You said.
but
Yeah.
I don't
I'd
want to
probably
like.
do- What would I do?
I don't want my career to
Probably
be
LX.
gripping for the most part.
You think LX? That's lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably want to, because like the union stuff is hopefully just going to be what I do until I can get my independent film career going.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Ain't
That brought a
that the
big
dream?
smile to Sam's face.
Working in film. Ugh.
Well, when this podcast takes off, the whole world's our limit.
Exactly.
We'll be able to do anything.
Ultimately, my goal is to just become.
Aren't you glad you've been wrapped into the Critterpit family?
Yeah,
And you
I
can
see so. I think it's.
Coast on our
Coast.
coattails. Coast on our coattails.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we're making so much money off this, and
Spending way too much time trying to find everything.
They pay me
Here we
like at least $2K just to appear on. I think I'm like one of the lowest paid guests.
Ryan considers you one of
One of the guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I know for like probably the last
Oh, mine's better.
30 eps have been more sparse, but
Whoa, why does yours look like that?
I did through 212.
Mine looks cooler. Sorry. Mine looks a lot cooler.
sorry, Sam.
Mine looks a lot cooler.
Is yours signed by the president?
You're both gonna like apply to the same, like try to get on the same film. And they're gonna be like, Ethan's is in cursive, so.
Mine's easier to read.
I fucking hate Crumb's art style. Everyone looks so sexy.
Just goon.
I don't think I could goon to any Crumb.
Ah, you should
could
flip
try.
through that.
You could try.
You should flip through that. You ever picked up Fritz the Cat?
Art style is very important to me. It can't just be sexual. So I don't think Crumb would do it for me.
Pretty sexy stuff. You should flip through the book.
It's sexy in context of what's being shown, but I just think the art style it's a little like that kind of like Rick and Morty grotesque, make everything look like a ball sack.
Yeah,
Kind of.
it's way more detailed and stuff than Rick and Morty though.
Yeah.
Like, it looks. There's a lot of artfulness.
Yeah.
He does a lot of work.
I think, and that's not to say Rick and Morty isn't the most artful show on television, but
It's up there. Somebody.
it's definitely
Oh,
at the
man.
top.
I just had some flashbacks to. I can't. Okay.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. It's just somebody talking about Rick and Morty in like a really weird context. I was on set with like a 50-year-old guy.
You
Started talking to like the young woman talent and like, have you seen Rick and Morty? Like, oh God.
Ugh.
That was pretty
Rick and
rough.
Morty's like kind of in the same vein of like me like learning Japanese. Like I'm ashamed to tell people I'm learning Japanese because everyone just immediately is like,
Yeah.
oh, so you can like read manga, so you can watch anime.
No,
I'm like,
so I can watch Kurosawa movies without the
Yeah.
subtitles.
On
I briefly tried to. This time
Yeah.
in these two movies, there was two things I knew.
Sanjuro.
They were both in Sanjuro. Sanjuro's a name, so it's not
You're
like
able to laugh at the 30-year-old mulberry field joke without the
Yeah.
subtitles.
no.
You're like, oh, that's a good joke.
I didn't get that. I read the subtitles and I didn't understand what was happening.
What do you mean?
But I'm almost 40.
I just like, well, I
Who's
had it
making up
on
his
I had
name?
it on 1.25 speed, so
So
like,
it just felt normally paced. to you.
Yojimbo, they talk like very normally. So I watched that in 1.5. I had seen it already, so I was comfortable watching it in 1.5. I knew what was going on. I could follow very well, and I was trying to pay attention more to the camera work.
Great.
God, they
power.
moved that camera fast.
Yeah,
Fucking awesome.
but
5 speed.
in Sanjuro they
Again,
talk
into-
so
Yeah.
fast. I think it's because they're all samurai and they're like upper class.
I was
so
a
they
little
talk
lost
way more.
a bit on Sanjuro at points.
They
but,
talk so fast in that movie.
Sanjuro, though, I think has a much simpler plot than Yojimbo.
Mhm. It's
Yeah,
weird. Like
probably
there's
'cause
way
it's
more
scenic.
dialogue, but
There's more, but it's way simpler. I
Yeah.
think. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yojimbo, there's all these like layers
Intricate,
and like levels to what's going on.
Love Yojimbo. It was my second
Should we
time
start
seeing it.
with Yojimbo?
Yeah. It was my second
Yojimbus.
time seeing Yojimbo, as Jakey would call it, R.I.P. I
was supposed to be on
love
this
this
episode,
movie,
but
man.
he fled the
You
country.
can call him.
Yeah.
You can call him at the end, maybe.
We could.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. He went to the concert already. He's not doing anything now.
Oh, did he?
He's
Already
just
happened?
sitting there. Yeah.
Jake's seeing Tyler the Creator's Chroma Keepia tour right now
He
in Arizona.
he saw it already.
He's seen it.
Sick. But Yojimbo, 1961, Akira Kurosawa, our second Kurosawa, I think. Or third?
Third.
Yeah.
Let me just get this out of the way.
Seven
Yojimbo is the
Samurai
name of
and
the
High and Low.
town, right?
I don't
It's
know.
not the guy's name.
Yeah, it's not the guy.
Yeah, because Sanjuro is the name of the samurai.
Well, you tell us. What does Yojimbo mean?
I think it's the name of the town.
Yojimbo.
I think you're right.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think it's like the town is Yojimbo. and
Okay,
then,
that makes sense.
And
Yeah.
then the second
The
one's
town
more
is
just about
like
him.
the character of the movie.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The second one is
It's
it
weird.
was just an adaptation of a book, but it was right after the release of Yojimbo, and that succeeded very well. So they wrote his character into it.
I feel
kinda
like
Well, it's interesting because
Success.
Yojimbo is like writing that character into like history, right? Like he's
Mhm.
at this point in history, it's like the 1860s, right?
Mhm.
The samurai culture, like that's kind of gone, or it's like really on the way out. So for this character to come in and like just be super badass
He's so
and
badass.
ultimately like defeat the merchant
It's
class.
so much fun, man. It didn't
It's not how it
strike
went.
me. Didn't strike me my first watch how funny this movie is.
Yeah.
Oh, this movie's so
Yeah.
funny. It's a
And
riot.
Sanjuro.
man.
Sanjuro's
Yeah.
like a cartoon at some points.
They're both cartoons,
Yeah.
man. To like
Who's texting me?
sort of its detriment at points in the first one in Yojimbo, I thought. Like at points I couldn't take the plot too seriously. Like I got a little uninvested where it's just like, okay, there's no stakes here. Like just the one point I found that is when the guys come in to like oh, he's annoying me. He's been imprisoned by Yotashiro
I don't remember any of the
or
characters' names.
Seibe.
Kuiku.
I wrote it down. No, it's the first one we're talking about.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He'd been imprisoned, and the guys come in to beat on him, but he like put himself in the chest. They come in, and he's like, "He's gone. Where could
Oh,
he
yeah.
have gone?" I'm like, "Okay, I just divested a point there."
Yeah.
but it's very nitpicky.
Well, no, like that whole thing is they're supposed to be really dumb. They don't know.
Yeah,
they're so dumb they don't
giant
know
and
he's.
the-
They've established that they're really
Those
stupid.
characters are stupid.
Yeah, they established the one guy's really stupid.
Well, that one guy, like he literally looks like Frankenstein. It's like
That guy was
Frankenstein's
freaky,
monster.
Yeah. Paul
Mean.
Feller.
Yeah.
Kanuki
I
or
think he
whatever.
probably has that condition. If do you guys know Gerald's game or Jerry's game or whatever? It's,
Yeah, yeah.
M. Jerry.
Oh yeah,
films.
the bone structure.
Yeah, that guy, the Midnight Man or whatever he's called in that. That guy like has a condition that makes his face. I think the guy who looks a bit
Yeah,
like Frankenstein
stupid.
probably has.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
same-
definitely.
He's great though. Very great presence.
Oh,
All
yeah.
the performances are great. Like,
Um,
Toshiro's great, of course.
oh,
Like-
I love Toshiro
Yeah.
Mifune, man.
I think
So much
Yojimbo does
fun.
an ensemble
Up to this
cast
point,
way
I-
better than Sanjuro.
Yeah,
So much
Sanjuro,
fun.
like all the characters kind of become blended together.
Mhm.
Like that group of 10. Like
Oh yeah, I had very
There's-
little investment in a lot of that one. Yojimbo, though, I was so invested. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you got Seibe, you got the other guy. They're warring. Love the barkeep. Love the grave maker. Also,
The mayor.
they're warring over what
Yeah.
Is the
like,
mayor the one
products will
who's
become.
is
like,
the
this
mayor the guy
town,
that
right?
says the time he hits the blocks?
No, that's the
together?
No.
constable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all he does.
The mayor just kind of like
Constable,
jumps around and
I love
and-
how theatrical that like Constable is and how he like just announces like the acts basically.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
What really struck me, besides how funny it is just like fucking how cool the camera moves in these movies, man.
And all of like
The blocking.
yeah, and the way that they use widescreen in this movie too is like so great.
Mhm.
Like he's constantly filling the frame with just like
Mhm.
really
Movement.
interesting things.
There's always movement in it, right?
And these characters are hitting their marks so well.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's that shot
Big
where
wides.
Sanjuro is like looking through the window into this other house and it's divided into
Yeah.
three with the slats.
frame within
and they each have
frames.
like their own little story going on.
Mhm. The
It's so
architecture, like of these not ancient, just these feudal Japanese houses lend themselves so well to all these frames within frames, characters peering in, peering out,
Yeah.
and it just provides like such fun framing, like how everyone's so segmented off. It's great, and as I was saying earlier, just the blocking in these movies is so good.
I actually noticed it more in Sanjuro, like when they have the group of 10 and like
Yeah.
how they always have to move and like create a new painting. Like,
Yeah.
I really was aware of the blocking. I
Oh,
felt
yeah.
it felt a little more natural to me in Yojimbo.
Mhm.
I think that's
Yeah.
because there weren't as many characters.
Characters are always moving through the frame, and if characters aren't moving, like there's rain, like there's this great 2-shot of when he's talking to, God, I gotta fucking pull up his name, Yutoshiro or something.
The innkeeper.
No, it's not Seibe, the other guy.
I need to pull up my review.
I actually took notes again, you guys. Can I find my?
I just watched the movies. I watched
Ra-
it with commentary, so I'm going to sound really smart throughout
This
this.
person I don't
Yushitora.
know.
Yeah, Yushitora. He's talking with Yushitora, and it's this great 2-shot, and it's very still, but the rain's coming down in the background. It's great. It just keeps it interesting, keeps the visuals working in the movie's favor.
Yojimbo has like insane weather in it too.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like
Kurosawa
the
uses
climax
weather so well.
Yeah, it's less than Sanjuro,
Mhm.
but in Yojimbo, right, like that final climax scene, and these like wind machines are blowing so heavy.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. It's like unnatural.
Wind coming
It's-
through, rain, fire, smoke.
Yep.
Kurosawa knows how to use his elements. It's great.
Yeah.
Some great shots. My favorite shots of the movie. It's like such a simple, like just 3-shot little sequence, but it's so effective. Where he's baited both of them out into the town square to fight, and he's just on that watchtower. And
Oh,
just this
and
simple
yeah.
shot where it's
Well-
him looking one way and looking the other way, and you see them going forward about a fight and being too cowardly to engage. And it's that's all it is until it cuts to like a wide, and you see like him up in his tower, and then like coming closer, and then like going back. It's
in that
so
shot
great.
too, all the swords are like, they're all pointed at each other, like all
Yeah.
these like nice leading lines.
Yeah.
Like it's wonderful.
Very
in the
effective
commentary
stuff.
that I watched,
Who was commentating?
some
It was
British
Akira Kurosawa.
No, it was a British guy, like British scholar. But he talked a lot about how, like, the Sanjuro character is like a surrogate for Kurosawa. Like, he is a director character.
Interesting.
And like, he's like, it's so like obvious, right? He like sits on the big like thing.
Yeah.
He watches over the action. Nothing really happens without him. He goes to each person
Yeah.
to like say what's going on.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah, he tells
always
everyone what to
manipulating
do.
everything.
Yeah.
It's
to,
great,
like,
man. It's
as the director of these films.
It's so satisfying, right? Especially under that lens, right? Because he really he's like, oh, I'll manipulate this person and do this. I'll do a little bit of this here.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to do that.
But
I
eventually
know they're
he
going to
loses
do
control,
this.
of course, but
Yeah.
I like Sanjuro a lot better in Yojimbo. Like he feels real. Like he's smart, but he makes
I
mistakes.
really
a
enjoyed
lot.
him in Sanjuro.
in
Just how he
Yojimbo.
was like just
He's
fucking
so
slouching
over it.
about.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys fucking suck. I had this
The
fucking
worst
I had a
coup of all
plan.
time. Yeah.
You guys ruined
Jesus,
it.
guys.
Like
Look at all these people I've
he's
had to
so
kill.
much fun.
Look at this.
I do enjoy him in the first one a little more, but I
Yeah.
didn't really enjoy that.
His character is so weird in Sanjuro, though. Like
He's like invincible.
he
Like,
he
in
knows
Sanjuro.
he's like
you feel
omnipotent.
a bit of that in Yojimbo, but
He
definitely
gets
more in
beat to
Sanjuro.
shit though in Yojimbo.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Definitely feel it more in
Yeah.
Sanjuro, but it's a bit there in Yojimbo.
yeah.
Well, even the old man, like the is not innkeeper, the like
One
the chef guy. I don't know what
Yeah.
to call him.
yeah.
He's like at the one part. He's like, "You look like a corpse right now."
Yeah.
And he's like,
And-
after a night of
I'll,
rest. I'll
yeah, a couple nights rest. I'll
Yeah.
be Gucci. I love the one bit where they're carrying him through the square in the barrel. He's just escaped these
coffin.
people.
Yeah.
No, he's in a barrel at that point because they're unless coffins.
That's what
That's what their coffins
yeah,
look
they were
like,
gonna-
damn.
They were going to burn him. That was the.
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, they said they were gonna bury him. I don't
they said
think
they were-
burial's as common in Japan.
I thought they said they were going to burn.
But
this-
anyways,
I think
he's
they said
being-
both.
He's
Okay,
being carried
yeah.
through the
So they
town
bring him to the
square
cemetery,
in the
yeah.
barrel, and he's like, "Put me down. I want to see what's happening."
Yeah.
like it's so silly and,
and
it's
he,
so
he
goofy.
makes him. They put him down, and he's like, "I can't see.
I can't see. Bring me closer.
Yeah.
And you just watch this whole sequence unplay. Like
Yeah.
the the distance make it seems not that far away.
Yeah.
Just watching it all.
And then he gets the like
Oh,
idiot
I
guy to
love
carry.
that
And he's
sequence.
like, "Are you afraid of ghosts? Like,
like,
come
no.
on, like pussy, like."
Yeah,
it's so
it's
funny.
great.
And then he's in the gravestone. And he's like looking everywhere. Right?
Yeah.
He looks so scared.
So much fun, man.
That,
And then I
that
love
sequence
the-
too is great. Something that the commentator noticed.
Just
or
said something
noted.
I noticed.
Yeah, something I noted about the film. Right, it's all about the death of samurai, basically, or like the reinvention or let me restart that sentence. The like it's a different history. It's an alternate history where
Yeah.
samurai won. So in that scene where he goes to the graveyard, like, if you were looking at this from a completely historical lens, that's the moment samurai die, right? Like,
But
it's
no.
it's over.
He beats
But
the guy with the
Kurosawa's like,
gun.
fuck you.
Yeah.
I think the
He
kind
Samurai
of samurai
back.
values need to come back.
He
and, like,
overcomes the guy with the gun. The
Yep.
Western,
the Western power.
influences.
Yep.
I love
Well,
that
And
sequence.
the influence of capitalism too, right? Like,
Mhm.
because that's ultimately
Mm.
what the whole thing is. It's just a trade war between sake and
Yeah.
silk, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Wait.
A lot of levels
Yeah.
to this movie.
Yeah, I didn't even think of
Oh,
that.
the one side has sake, the one side has silk. I thought
Yeah,
it was
so-
the one side had sake and silk, and the other side was just gambling.
No, it was sake
And
versus
brothel.
silk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a brothel, too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah,
They
all,
should've-
like the people that were like leading, like the characters that died at the end, right, were the actual merchants, not the gangsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wah wah.
Super fun. I wish we got a little more with Seibei and his side. Like, we got a little bit at the start with him and his wife and son. That was all
I like
super
them.
fun.
Yeah.
And I just wish we got a little more with them.
Yeah,
Just a tiny bit more.
Mm-hmm.
they're less interesting.
I thought they were interesting. I thought they were
I-
fun.
That
but
scene
they don't have
always-
as many fun characters as like the.
I thought the wife was a super fun character. How when she
Yeah.
comes in and she's like, I need to talk to you. She basically like hits him. She's like, I need to talk to you. And she leaves and the guy's like, stupid wench doesn't know her manners.
Yeah.
And then you go to the next scene and she's completely controlling it.
Yeah.
It's great. And
He's
I
like,
love
"Okay,
that.
We'll give him the money, but then we're gonna kill him and take it back,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Like, you know what's happening. Like, you can't be this stupid.
That shot too is so
the three
good.
shot with
yeah,
them?
and
Oh,
it's
yeah,
on like
where
a
it's all
telephoto lens.
So like flattened and they're
Yeah.
all in there. It's so
I didn't
intimate.
realize how much of this movie is shot with telephoto lenses too, right?
Mm.
You can see it in the like the way they move the camera, and it's like sometimes quite jerky.
Mhm.
I just hate how
That's
unceremoniously
also I learned that's a lot of like
she
the B
does.
cam that wasn't gonna like intended to be used.
Interesting.
That the guy who did the B cam for this movie became Kurosawa's cinematographer.
Nice.
Because
Oh,
Kurosawa liked all the stuff he was shooting.
Okay,
so
so
much.
Kurosawa was shooting A cam, B cam, multicam stuff.
This whole movie is shot A cam, B cam, 90 degrees to each other.
Interesting.
Everything is shot perpendicularly.
That is very interesting.
Yeah,
you
you
can
can-
notice that in the action scenes,
Yeah,
the way they cut
definitely.
together super smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, this whole movie is A cam, B
yeah.
cam.
I just
And a lot of telephoto lenses, which is
I'd noticed how jerky the camera was at points, but I didn't put together that it was telephoto. That's interesting.
yeah, and a lot of it too. Like, there's a great scene where the guy with the gun and
Yeah,
he's
we gotta
passing
we gotta
Yojimbo.
talk about it. Sokia, I think his name is.
Yeah.
What's the pronunciation? Soki.
You know, Soichi, I think.
Would it be a Uchi? It's like Suke. Would that be a Uchi?
Suke, Suke.
Suke,
Yeah.
Yunosuke?
I thought
Suke.
it ended with Oichi.
No,
I don't
it was Yunosuke. I wrote it down. in my
Yeah.
notes.
But yeah, when they're walking, you can see like that extreme telephoto lens because it doesn't look like he's moving, and then they pass. Like it's
Yeah, we gotta talk a bit about Toshiro Mifune's performance because he is
Yeah.
so much fun in these movies.
perfect setup for his character too, right?
Throws
Start on
the stick up.
Oh, I mean that, but even just the first frame, start on a mountain. He comes in. He's the
Yeah.
new mountain. Like we follow
Yeah.
him in the same like tight framing, right?
Yeah.
It's like he's this immovable force.
Yeah, he's literally just the winds of change, pretty
Yeah.
much, right? Throws the stick up. He's like, "This is the direction I'm
Yeah.
going." He just
Yeah,
stumbles
this-
into this place.
Why
He's
does
like,
he stay? He's a great line, right? It's
"Oh yeah, there's people that."
I kill people and everybody here deserves to
Yeah.
die. Like it's like of that caliber.
I also love in that intro the there's a line about a dog coming in or something. The dogs come running when they smell blood, the innkeeper
Yeah.
says. And then the next shot when he's like, fuck you, I don't care, I'm gonna do this shit. He's walking through and what do you see? The dog carrying the hand in
hand.
its mouth. It's like, oh, that's a great little setup, and
Yeah.
payoff right there.
It's funny too with this movie. Like it's not a standard samurai movie. Like it's not like the samurai trilogy that we watched,
Oh yeah.
where samurai are kind of more, I think, romanticized in this.
It's
Like
dirty.
this, he gets compared to a dog all the
Yeah.
time. Like he,
Yeah.
A lot of dog
he's like,
illusions.
He's also like he's
taking
just
money,
really
which is
rude,
like
yeah.
not
Mhm.
a samurai, custom.
And he doesn't like the one like overtly honorable thing he does in this movie, freeing the wife, getting her back to the
Yeah,
kids. He doesn't want to take any of the credit. He like does that like almost ashamed to do that, right? He like tries to cover it up, tries to
Well,
retain this tough guy cover.
yeah, but that's because he doesn't want to get killed. I think,
Mhm.
not because he's trying to be.
When
tough.
he's like with them, he's like, if I see you cry,
No, but I think he's putting on that character.
yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. He's
yeah.
putting on
Well,
a
they
character.
explore
Yeah,
that a
but
little
that's
bit in
not-
Sanjuro, where it's like he's the one. Someone
When they're
says something
talking
about him where
what
it's
makes
like
an honorable samurai.
his,
and then
his
they're-
compliments
Yeah.
come out as insults.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just the way he talks. They say.
He's kind of a Nick Lickers of samurai. Like he,
But
he-
I loved that characterization, and like it's kind of a basic like action hero type guy, but Toshiro Mifune plays it very well.
yes.
And in the
He has so
Inki-
many subtle things too. Like I don't know, it's great. All his like little looks and like movements when he's like walking down
yeah,
the
the
street.
ticks he does
Yeah.
when he walks. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's great. He does that
He's
in
always stroking his beard,
Seven
too.
Samurai too. I think like he does it less in this, but I know in Seven Samurai he does that a lot more. When he's walking, he'll do like a hunch and do like
His
a punch.
character in Seven Samurai
Punching.
versus this though is like so
Yeah, that was
opposite.
just
It's
some
great.
physical things
Yeah,
carried over.
yeah.
Like he does this sometimes when he's walking through the streets. He'll be hunched over and he'll like pop up his shoulders.
Yeah.
but I think he does that a lot more.
He's much more animalistic in Seven Samurai for
he's
sure.
so good in that.
I
movie,
kind of
man.
like just him just being this like respected hobo basically. Like he goes around,
Yeah.
he's like water,
Yeah.
Just, like drinking everyone's water.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you go into the town and you kill like 3 people, just done.
No, I think
Love-
before he kills anyone, he's just like, give me some water and food.
I love how swift all the violence are in these movies. Right?
Yeah.
so much build up,
They-
and then it'll be like just
He spent a lot. Kurosawa spent a lot of time with like actual, swordsmen to do it. And he said like that's one of the reasons it's shot like that, like the 290-degree angles, is just to get like all of it. You don't need to do these like intense close-ups or like a lot of cuts because this action is
Yeah.
so
it's
realistic.
very confident in its presentation and it works very well.
It is
It's
very
so
fun
swift.
as well, just that there's like no like there's no like blood for the most part. Like I kind of love
Sanjuro.
Sanjuro. Yeah, but for the most part all the fights it's like just like it feels like play fighting almost. Like the sword swipes look real,
Yeah.
but then it's just the person
They
falls
just
and they
fall.
have
Well,
no
sometimes
damage on them.
somebody gets their arm cut
Yeah,
off in
gets
Yojimbo.
his
Yeah,
arm
that's at
cut
the
off,
start,
And
yeah.
when Soke dies, there's like this effect where this pool of blood forms
Yeah.
underneath him. And I thought that was kind of really
Yeah.
grisly. Probably because of how little blood there was before, but that effect like was like, oh god, that's fucking.
Well, yeah, whenever you see blood, it's a little like freaky and jarring.
It
like
is.
when
There's a
he
scene where somebody gets cut in the neck, right? And it's just in the background, but they're like slowly bleeding
Or even
out.
him himself when he gets fucked up. You
Oh
know?
yeah,
Very
he
fucking
looks
up-looking.
really.
I was watching
Messed
back
up.
some of the parts like when he's getting beat up and it's like they just actually threw him at this wooden chest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And he was like 40 when this movie was made too. Like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great though. He sells everything. I love Toshiro Mifune. I
Yeah.
want to watch a bunch of
Did-
movies with him. 'cause
how did
he
they
is
do the
I
makeup
really want to
on
watch
it?
Redbeard. I think that's next on my
Yeah.
Kurosawa list.
Beard.
How did they do the makeup for him being like all beat up? Because like that just looks
I know.
His face
real.
is all
like
swole-
his
Yeah.
swollen.
eyes all swollen. Like
Yeah.
I've seen, there was this show. It was kind of like Orange is the New Black, but Australian or New Zealand or something. It was called Wentworth, and someone gets a black eye in it, and it's like, it looks awful. Like
Yeah.
their face is puffed out entirely, and it looks so weird. But
No,
this
but
was like, it looks like
It's
his.
perfect. Like,
Yeah.
You don't notice it at all.
Very
Did they
well
just
done.
actually punch
up
him?
Toshiro?
Yeah, just
I hope not.
I hope not.
for the movie, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything's okay.
I mean, they're
for a
just
movie.
throwing him, right? Like, you just, yeah,
He's like, cut me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Punch me up.
you'll be fine. Just film this stuff at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yojimbo's great. Great score, too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Oh,
the
amazing
score
score.
is like like not undercutting but like enforcing a lot of the action. Like even there's a sequence where a guy's just like walking down steps and the score is like following the steps too.
Yeah.
Which is very like
Yeah.
cartoony, and I noticed a lot
Very,
in
like,
Sanjuro as
synced
well.
up score.
Yeah.
I really wish
Sounds very modern at points, which I was
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
enjoying. Kind of electric. Or
There's so many
synthesized or
layers
whatever.
to the score. Like,
the one thing about the score is I just wish it was like, preserved in higher quality, or like if they did a remaster of the score, same score, but just
the
with
version I watched, I didn't notice the score being like.
at least in Sanjuro, there was some points where like it was this score and it was followed up with his actions, and every time he would do this action, it'd be this really high pitch like, and it was so ear piercing. Every time it did that little flourish.
I didn't notice.
Here's some specific things I was gooning on. When he was getting beat up, the giant had some great lines. When he first wakes up to Toshiro Mifune's like, where am I? And he's like, this is the gate to hell.
Yeah.
And then like when Tetsuhiro tries to leave, he's like, that's the shortcut to hell. When he grabs him. It's like, oh, fucking the writing is so witty, man.
Yeah.
Another shot I was gooning on so hard is when Sanjuro is going to Yoshitori's side to be like, okay, I'm your bodyguard. It's happening now. After all this dicking around, and it's framed through a doorway as he's like trying to be like
pushes.
Yeah, he's like trying to do it, and Yunosuke there, he's like, what are you guys talking about? Like, do we trust this guy?
Yeah.
And then when he's like, fucking fine, whatever, he leaves, and Yoshitora is finally like, okay, you're gonna be my bodyguard. Like, that's when the shot pushes in
Through the door.
the door, and it's like, oh, that storytelling there is so simple. That's like what, a foot of track, but it works so well. Just being like,
there's so much, and even just like some of the pans where like it'll be a two-shot, starts a two-shot, right? He's looking at the door, and then we like just a slight pan. It becomes this like really awesome like 3-shot.
yeah, each like mark on the shots is so well done.
Yeah.
All the blocking, like we said before, is perfect. Everyone hits their spots perfectly. It's nice, like, watching Kurosawa movies after understanding film form a little better, because I remember growing up, I love his movies, but I never understood like why he's considered a master, just because I didn't understand film form.
Or like
it's
what
like
directing is.
I'm like, where are all the flashy shots? Where are all the cool, crazy shots? Where's all this? And then watching it now, it's like, it's so effective what he's doing.
He makes it all so natural.
So natural.
But
you
it's
don't,
like, fuck, like
you don't
everybody is hitting
feel-
these marks perfectly.
You don't
like,
feel the camera, you know?
No.
And
But
another
looking for it, you really, like, I don't know.
It's perfect.
another
Yeah.
thing I'll add, the wipe transitions.
The wipes are fun.
Yeah.
In Star Wars, from the little bit of Star Wars I've seen, I've hated all the wipe
The wipes are fun in
transitions.
Star Wars. They get worse as the movies go.
Yes.
In Kurosawa. They fit. They
They
look
fit as well
good.
because they're like doors closing, right?
Yeah.
That's like throughout the film. There's all these
Yeah.
doors closing. Yeah.
Very masterful film. Just
Yeah.
fire on every cylinder. It's great stuff.
Let me do a rotating wipe transition to show that time has passed. It's like a clock. I hate George Lucas.
Nah, George Lucas.
I
is
don't
pretty
No,
hate
I
goated.
hate him.
Yes.
I hate him.
He's pretty goaded.
I hate him.
That first Star Wars movie's great.
First 3 are pretty fun, pretty great.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them.
Such a contrarian.
I've never seen a Star Wars movie
Have
in
you
its
seen
entirety.
anything George Lucas directed? Only
Watch,
THX.
yeah, just watch THX 1138. You'll be the most hipster dude in the world.
Yeah.
I know,
Anytime someone brings up Star Wars, I prefer Lucas's earlier work.
You mean American Graffiti? No, THX.
no. Was
Wait,
it his
no.
thesis film?
I saw that
Yeah.
like that
The montage
the
we
film
watched.
school thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw
That's
that.
not
For his
THX.
I didn't
earlier
like
work.
it. I didn't like it.
No,
That just turned me off.
He's a very talented filmmaker. You can't lie.
I could.
He's
better.
very
I could
innovative
do better.
filmmaker. I think.
Ben always says,
Um,
right, he'll be remembered for his advancements in technology.
Yeah, Ben
rather
says
than
that.
Star Wars,
I think
but
Star Wars
is too
was,
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars, maybe though, if Disney keeps like making it as like annoying and saturated as it is, maybe people will be
You
over
telling
Star
me
Wars.
you're not excited for the Baby Grogu and Mandalorian movie?
What's that?
It's coming out. Like,
That's
either
the only
this
one I
year or
plan
next
to
year.
watch.
No, you should just watch like The Acolyte. That's the only Star Wars
Acolyte.
media to consume.
I've heard Andor's very good. You should watch Andor.
Oh, you've seen Andor.
I've seen the first couple.
Okay.
I don't know. It's already like I hate media that's so expansive. Like if I really wanted to get into Star
I'd
Wars,
say
I'd want to watch.
just watch the first 3. It's,
Maybe.
it's
Yeah,
worth
maybe.
it.
But
Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith.
but it's
1
like
through
if I
3.
if I really wanted to get into Star Wars, I'd want to watch probably like everything, which
It's
means
not
like
worth
the
it.
Clone Wars show.
Clone Wars is pretty dope.
Yeah, I've
I
heard
don't
that's
think
really
it'd be
good.
pretty dope if you hadn't watched it as a child.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I've
Watching
heard
with people, watching with people who watched it as kids, I can see like the passion in them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
watching
And I'm
it
one
as,
of those
as an
guys.
adult, I'm kind of like, okay.
It's still like, I still think it's like really good
To be
filmmaking
fair, I've only
for,
seen
like,
a couple episodes
children's media.
missing all the context.
I think
very hard
as
to
far
just
as
jump
children's
into.
media go, it's pretty fucking great shit for just, like, kids are babies, but
It's
we
made
can
for
still
adults, though.
we can still introduce. No, it's made for babies, and people who say
it's
it
made
isn't.
for me.
No, but it's still so fucking important for kids media to like be a little challenging, a little
A
like
little dog man.
little pushing things forward. I don't know. That's my opinion.
kids shouldn't have to think.
Kids should think. Kids should really think.
What does this guy know?
Oh my god! Like you guys thought like children's media has been getting bad, like in the last 20 years, even
Maybe.
longer.
I think it's been
I don't
getting better.
No, it's for the most part like you occasionally get a little gem, but it like baby media is getting so like
Baby media.
I don't know. Like I don't know
It's
if
just
you
a
look
funny
at if you look at
phrase.
like young kids shows like for very small children, like all they really have going for them is like Bluey. That's like the only like show that I
Bluey's
was,
really good.
Yeah.
Fraggle Rock is still being made. They filmed in Calgary.
I know this guy I knew I was friends with in elementary school, Owen Fraser.
Shout out.
He worked on that.
Shout
Yeah.
out Owen.
He
Oh,
just
really?
added. He just
Production.
Frasier?
Fraser.
You know Frasier?
I hardly know her.
Oh. So Sanjuro?
Yojimbo 8 out of 10. Love.
I think I gave it. Would it be 9? I think I gave it 9.
I think I gave it I gave it a 10 on my first watch, but I would probably drop it down to an 8 or 9 now.
I love
It's
it.
good.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to talk about the climax a bit. So swift. Nate, this movie might be paced a little weird at points,
I don't know.
but that's another small nitpicky thing for myself personally. Love that final sequence though. It's just so swift. Just executes them. Fucking chucks the knife into the guy's hand,
Yeah.
arm.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you and your gun.
I'll make sashimi out of them.
Yeah, he makes sashimi out of
Well,
him.
he gives him the gun though, like at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After he fucking throws his fucking knife into his hand.
Yeah.
That
Do you
whole
know how they
sequence
did
is fun.
the knife throwing stuff in the barn?
Oh yeah, I gotta mention that shot. Okay, there's this great
it
shot
reversed?
where
It's
there's
reversed.
this where
Yeah.
there's this
Yeah.
leaf. They're tracking this leaf through, and then the fucking knife goes right into it.
Yeah.
So good,
That's
so
reverse
impressive.
photography.
So did they,
String.
Must have had it on a string.
Yeah.
and then just
Just pull
blew
it
the
back.
leaf?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's
Yeah,
so
it-
seamless.
Yeah. If I hadn't seen the commentary, I don't think I would have noticed it.
I noticed it.
It's a little weird.
On the second
I
shot,
think
it's
you
a little
could
more
notice
noticeable,
a
but
cut in the leaf.
yeah,
Notice
but again,
that
like
for a second.
I wouldn't look for it.
No,
you know,
no,
like
of course not.
yeah. No, I was just like I saw it the first time, and then I was like, how did they do that? So I was really paying attention to
Yeah.
the second one. I was like, okay, it's
maybe they
definitely
just had
reversed.
someone who's really good at throwing a knife
We should try.
I think
do a
they
shot
should
like
have done that for
for
realism.
our Yojimbo.
Yeah.
We'll set up the.
We've
town.
done a little bit of string work now, so I think
No,
we
we just do it for real.
can do a
we
bit
do
of
it forward.
string work. We've done some string work.
It came out really well.
Yeah.
I did want to add one more thing about Yojimbo before we move on. I really like
it's
all
time.
the tiny little joyful old men jumping and
yeah.
clapping around.
Yeah,
I
so
think
much
we
fun.
need that in society.
See, if they remade this movie now, it'd just be fucking Mark Wahlberg or somebody being this fucking playful old man. No. No.
I'm surprised there hasn't been more remakes of this.
Yeah. Well, we should talk about it's
The
a bit of a
perfect remake.
it's a bit of a controversy with this film and a few of Kurosawa's films. The remake discussion. Is it theft? Is it
Well,
just
yes,
artists
the
in
remake.
collaboration?
Well, it's
Is it
Fistful of
chill?
Dollars.
Fistful of Dollars, yes.
Yeah, that's
exact same movie.
a ripoff. Like
It is a
you
ripoff.
do need to give Kurosawa story
Yeah.
credit. Like
And I think the story is they sued and got story credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. I still
I think it doesn't it say
love-
written by Kurosawa like in
I
the
think on the
in-
letterbox.
yeah. No, I think in the movie it's like they've had to do that now.
I still love Fistful of Dollars, I can't lie.
Oh no, I think it's great. Like I love that whole Dollars trilogy.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna rip a movie off,
Right.
yeah, rip off a Kurosawa movie, right? Like they're great.
I think best remake casting you could do for Yojimbo would be like
I love these credits on Fistful of Dollars. Just all the Italians, and then Ryozo Kikoshimi and Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah.
Shout out my boys, get your credit. Yeah,
They
love this
definitely
movie.
deserve it.
I think as long as you're citing your sources, you know, wear your inspirations on your sleeves. Fucking steal as much as you want. Remake shit, man. As long as you shout out where you're getting shit from, I think art is all about stealing and remixing and remax, and you don't really.
I think best casting for a remake though.
Clint Eastwood's great as this role. Like
so perfect.
The guy with the gun,
Love that guy, by the
Timothy
way.
Chalamet. Sanjuro. Dwayne Johnson.
I'd probably go
Thinking
Austin
Dave
Butler.
Bautista.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not. No, you can't just go with the whole Dune cast. You gotta.
But that's what these two actors, they kept facing off again, like Mira.
Yeah, he's in
And then-
Sanjuro.
Yeah, and it's the
husband
same
zone.
guy with the gun.
The husband
well.
who gets
Love the guy.
cucked.
The guy with the gun. He's great.
Great
His
hairstyle
little
in the second one.
pokes the gun out of
Yeah, I
his
love that.
little cloak. I also love just fucking how confident
It's a kimono.
Sanjuro is strutting around town with his arms in his kimono.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always rubbing his chest.
Yeah.
It's just fucking like just so
When he's
relaxed.
introduced in Sanjuro, I just like assumed his arm was broken, like the way he
Yeah.
had it in the.
Yeah,
kimono.
like he has that weird thing in the front
Yeah.
of his kimono, and I thought he just like had his arm
Yeah.
in his cast.
So here's the question. We're moving on to Sanjuro.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys cheer and clap when Sanjuro was revealed from the darkness when he came out?
I did,
Yeah.
but I watched Sanjuro first.
It's a good MCU moment.
Yeah.
Like, oh
He's
shit!
back!
He's fucking back. baby.
Sanjuro's back in
Fuck
this movie
yeah.
called Sanjuro.
Fuck yeah, dude. He's fuck. Oh, I also want to mention. I just love the bit of him just naming himself after whatever he sees.
He's just looking around.
He's like, "What's a 30-year-old? Something I can find." First one, it's Mulberry Field, and I love the little stylistic thing they do every time he does that. They do like, is it an axial cut when you push in?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do an axial cut every time where they push in a little bit, just one time, wherever he's gonna be. They
Yeah.
do it in the second one with the camellia. Is it 30-year-old camellia
Yeah.
tree? Yeah, it's great.
That's his name is 30-year-old Camellia Tree.
Well, he's almost 40 now.
Almost 40.
Yeah.
Such a fun
He
bit.
says that in the first one with the mulberry one. He's like, I'm almost 40. Or does he not?
He does it in Sanjuro for sure.
He does in both, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm
It's a
almost 40.
great bit.
Yeah.
I love that.
The movies end the same way too.
Yeah.
See you around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
out.
still waiting for him to come back.
I know.
Yeah, where is he?
Sanjuro will return.
Sanjuro
Is the
will-
actor still alive?
No, he's been dead for
He's been
quite a
dead.
while.
Fuck.
Wasn't his last
Bring him
movie
back.
something kind of notable? Like a Canadian thing?
Shadow of the Wolf.
Yeah.
He
Was
plays
it?
a Inuit person.
Yeah, was it that?
It's notable because I wrote a paper on it. I think.
Okay, that's
why
probably
it's
why I'm
notable in your
thinking
mind.
of it, yeah.
With Donald Sutherland
and you didn't like it.
Tilly, what's her name? Jennifer Tilly is in that movie, the voice of Chucky's wife.
And you didn't like it.
You know what? No, it's not a very good movie, but
How's
Toshiro
Toshiro?
is great in it, of course.
So
as
does
the
he get
Inuit
a
elder.
pass?
I don't think there's like any Inuit actors in that movie. Like everybody's Japanese
That's
or
not
like
good,
Filipino.
Probably.
What's the guy that Sean looks like, that actor? Lou Diamond Phillips. That's what.
Diamond Phillips.
I feel like I've heard people compare them. But he's like Filipino, I think.
Sean looks like.
Don't you think there's like some similarity there?
See it.
A little bit in the
Yeah.
in
Face
the
structure.
like
I don't know.
the eye squint and eyebrow placement.
Yeah. But yeah, he plays he's Filipino. He plays an Inuit guy.
What time's Ben's at?
2.
Too.
Okay, we got time. Yeah, Sanjuro, I definitely enjoyed it a little less than Yojimbo, but that is a lot to do with just familiarity with the first one. And watching 2 movies back to back, I was a little.
I think I could play an Inuit person for when we make
Me and Tantu play an Inuit
Nanook of the
person.
North 2.
I'm excited for Nanook of the North 2.
Yeah. How many times are they gonna make this one? Oh. You have to watch the episode to get that one, guys.
Sanjuro's good. Very
Yeah,
goofy.
I don't think I like it as much.
No.
With a day that's gone by, but there's moments I like a little bit more than, but
The squid.
I kind of like.
Yeah, I love the
that-
squid.
It's so shocking at the end.
Right at
I
the
thought he was
end.
gonna die. Like,
Almost like at one point I was like looking down at my notes writing something. I looked up. I'm like, this shot is like, is this a freeze frame? That shot
Yeah, it
holds
goes so
so
long.
long.
Yeah.
Than the craziest fucking squib ever,
Yeah.
I
ever
love
seen.
that.
it's like so theatrical. And
Love
awesome.
it.
I love how the blood looks like. It's weird because when the blood's in shadow, it's brighter than the shadow, but it looks normal when it's not,
Yeah.
but it still looks so good. I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie, as we said earlier, definitely less of a memorable cast.
Yeah, like
and that's a bit of an issue.
well, because they all have the same hairstyle except for that one samurai who has like the really nice
seems really
hair
young.
at the front.
Yeah.
But
But-
like he has like no character. He's just like, I think his whole character is that he's the young
Yeah.
samurai and he's inexperienced.
When they all suck, like that whole group of
Yeah.
9, like
yeah.
Incompetent.
they're all so incompetent. They get tricked immediately. They're
Yeah.
like the first
First
thing.
thing. Great action sequence to start
They're
the
like,
movie
God, what a
off, though.
dumbass my uncle is. Thank God that
Fucking-
Kiki, what's his name?
Kuiku.
Kuiku is taking charge.
I think that's what it was. Kuiku.
It's Kikui.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Kikui.
Kikui. Yeah.
Kikui.
Thank God he's taking over.
Yeah.
I love the action sequence right off the bat, though, where he's just like, I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking killing like 7 people
Yeah.
to start.
And I like how he does the same
And then
thing
immediately they're like,
from
"You wanna
Yojimbo.
work for us?"
Yeah. I love I forgot to say in Yojimbo, there's that great bit where he's getting the 2 guys who killed the magistrate, and he fucking flexes so hard by like cutting the guy down his back, and he falls. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, he's fucking dead. He gets up and his clothes just fall
He
off
just kicks him.
perfectly.
Yeah.
It's so
He
good.
reveals that like big tattoo.
It's
in the
so
back, too.
cartoony,
Yeah.
but so
Yeah.
it's like such a flex from that character. Like, look at how experienced I am with the sword. I
Yeah.
can perfectly cut the clothes off your back without
Yeah.
touching you. It's great.
The one thing I thought about
Apparently
that was
like a real technique thing too. Like that's a real move that samurai would do.
You imagine going to class and somebody has a samurai sword and they fucking declothe you. Would you be mad, or you just be like, "Can I hire you?
I'd be like, damn.
Can I hire you?"
I have
here's
25
$3,000.
I have 25 Rio right now.
They're like,
just have Rio
Yeah.
on you in case of
add a
samurai.
0 to that.
What is Rio? I
It's
don't.
a form of mass actually for the coinage. It's mass rather than like an amount.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like it's the beginning of them moving away from like the rice economy into
I like the rice economy.
money. Yeah.
We need to go back to a rice economy.
I like rice.
I'd be happy on a rice economy.
You know what I don't want? A ramen economy.
I'd be more happy on a ramen economy.
I'm over
I
ramen.
might be happy on a ramen economy.
I made 2 packs of ramen this morning. I couldn't even eat it all. I'm so sick of ramen.
I will
Can
say.
you show me how you make your ramen? Because it's getting
Okay.
too flavorless. I think you spoiled me.
Yeah.
I tried throwing onions and shit in there, trying to spice it up.
I don't know. You gotta go start with some oil, get it really hot,
Okay.
throw your main vegetable in there.
Oh,
I
you
use cabbage sometimes,
Okay.
or broccoli. I throw
You
that
wouldn't
in there.
recommend onion? I like onion.
No, you can throw onion in there.
Okay.
Don't put it in. Oh, you can put onion in there first. You want to sweat it.
Okay.
You just don't want it.
Because I've just been
too
throwing
hot.
it in the broth.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no.
probably
You wanna
would.
you wanna sweat your onions.
Is it green
first.
onion or white onion?
White onion.
White. Yeah, you definitely. I think.
Okay.
Sweat those onions, and
Okay.
then you go in last with the garlic. I
Okay.
put a shit ton of garlic
Yeah,
in,
love
like
garlic.
half a bulb of garlic.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, I've been going crazy.
You crush the
That's a
garlic?
lot of garlic.
I dice it really
Okay.
finely.
So fine.
Just
it
if I'm like,
evaporates into the pan.
sometimes I'll crush it, but it depends how I'm making the ramen. If I'm just doing it in a pot like a soup, I'll chop it finely,
Okay.
and then get all that in there. Sometimes I like to go with a beer ramen, so I dump like a can of beer in there to
Okay.
cool it down. Then I'll put my noodles in.
Into the
Nice.
beer.
Yeah,
Is there
Instead
water
of-
in there?
I'll
It's
put
just
I'll put
beer?
water in afterwards. I have done it just beer.
Does that hit?
I like a bit of water and then water down the beer a bit, but
Yeah.
Does it get you drunk?
no, because it boils off like most of the alcohol.
What's the fucking point, dude?
It just tastes. It tastes good. the
Just drink a beer with it.
Ah, okay. You see, you come to Critterpit for solutions, guys.
you know the grains,
beer.
the bitterness of the beer.
What if
It
there's only
adds.
one beer left.
There was only 2 beers left.
Oh, we're good then.
Thank God.
Okay, let's switch to a ramen economy. I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm
and
in.
then biggest thing, egg right at the end to cool it down,
Right at the end. Yeah, I do egg right at the end.
and you mix that in.
I
Get
do
it nice
2
and
eggs in my
nice.
ramen. Is that too much egg?
No, I always do 2
Yeah, I
eggs.
do 2 eggs.
Sometimes.
You don't like the eggs in
I don't
there?
like eggs, just in general.
2 eggs in the broth is too much. I like to soft boil 1 egg in the broth, and then I crack one in to cool it down, and then the other one I peel and I chop it up into there.
Does the egg cook at all, or are you just eating raw
No, the
egg?
egg cooks.
Yeah, like you go from boiling and you put the egg in it. It
Yeah.
stops it from
And
boiling, but
it makes
cooks
it
the egg.
really like creamy and nice.
Yeah,
It's good. Good
I love
flavor.
the egg in there.
Yeah. Eggman.
I use the packet of
Dr.
seasoning.
Eggman.
I'll usually put a scoop, not a huge scoop. I put a little scoop of laoganma
Yeah. Oh, come on. You need that.
because I know how this spice affects
Have a
you,
great
Ethan.
video. No, dude, you fucking acclimated me.
Okay. Well, I've been putting less in.
Don't.
I could go back up. It might be too
Go
spicy for
crazy.
you.
Ethan's ready now.
I'm good with spice now, bro.
And then sometimes I just throw like random shit in there. Like I had this like black bean paste. I haven't been putting that one in as much because it's very flavorful and it makes it just taste like black bean.
Mm.
And it's a little too smoky. I'm not big on
Great
it.
Video of you
What's
giving
the
me
other
log
one?
on mouth for the first time.
Yeah, that one hits. That's like, you do like basically no water. Like you boil the noodles.
Mm.
You put laoganma, garlic, like mashed garlic, and then you get that heating up in a pan until it becomes fragrant, and then you throw soy sauce in there,
Mm.
and you mix it all together, and then you get your noodles without any water, and you put that in, you mix it all around, and
That
then you
does sound
fry
good.
some eggs in the laoganma, and you put those on top. I think I've made that for you.
With the fried egg?
Yeah, I think so. With the one where we
Tricked
have to chop it at the start, mix it in through the...
You tricked me.
Video of you.
Tricked you?
So
It
like
wasn't the
egg.
broccoli time.
I remember the broccoli time.
Yeah, it would have.
That was good.
Would have been earlier than that.
Trying to find that video of you presenting the logon mouth to me.
Is that the one where you wake up to like
Yeah.
the smile by or the bending hectic by the
By
smile?
the smile.
Yeah, that's a great video.
Well, should we get
Oh,
back
and then
to
I
Sanjuro?
memorized that whole phrase in
Yeah.
Chinese.
Is
I
it?
think we literally just put like Laoganma. I put that shit on everything into Google Translate.
It's a great video. I can't find it.
It's gone, Ethan. It's gone forever.
Nothing's ever gone. Sam, grow up.
Yeah, what did I like about Sanjuro? Not the tweaker video.
That's a great video. Have you seen this video, Sam? The tweaker video?
That's me on the edge
That's
of
just normal
greening
speed.
out.
That's normal speed.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
That was me on the edge of greening out that whole night.
You should have just gone for it.
No. I was
What's the
riding
Pie Day
it. I was
party?
riding it. Riding that
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah.
It was great.
Just green out. Dude, that video might be gone. That's fucked up.
that is
It was
fucked
way
up.
earlier than that. It was during the school year. Or was it?
It's during the summer.
No, it was during the summer because I was in the new I think it was right when I moved in, though.
I liked the Battle of the Minds.
Would that have been on my
of
old phone then, eh?
Maybe.
Sanjuro versus the kind of government people and how they're always trying to trick each other.
Would that have been before?
And often the government people will
July.
trick themselves.
Themselves.
Yeah,
Like, there's the
like
one
when
guy
the-
below Kikui
Yeah.
that's, he's like, yeah. He immediately just tells Sanjuro, like, that it's all a lie. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's rotten. But
But
I'm
I'm
rotten
rotten
too,
too.
and I'm going to take over as soon as he takes over.
Yeah. I like that. I like the scene where they like pretend to have the people in the those boxes. I forget what they're called.
Oh,
and-
yeah. The
and
little
on the
carriages.
10 guys are like, "Oh, this is like such a great moment for us to go and like ambush them." But Sanjuro's like, "This is too easy.
Yeah,
There's
you
something fishy
fucking
about this."
idiots, You dumbasses.
And then it was, of course, a
You guys are
trick.
disgrace to samurai.
Yeah, they are really dumb. All those characters.
Well, sometimes they're
a
thinking
great picture.
logically. Yeah, it's a great picture.
They think logically, but they should just trust Sanjuro.
Yeah.
That should be their
So
whole
he's been
thing,
right
just
every time.
every single time.
And then he's like, you know what? You guys are pissing me off. I'm going to the other side.
Yeah, and
That
they're all
is-
like, "What?"
That is the cutest Caleb photo.
That is cute.
That is such a cute Caleb
It
photo.
looks like he has an afro.
He
Yeah.
did have an afro.
It's like,
What do you have behind your back, Caleb? Give it to me. Give it to me. What are you on? Oh, that's so cute.
Why is he shirtless? What did you do to him?
Where the fuck is my shirt, dude?
This is Efok.
Is he? Sorry, critters.
Oh, did we test out the squib?
yeah, that was the whole
That's why
squib
he's-
testing night.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Did he have blood in it too? Yeah,
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I do remember.
That's such a.
That's when it blew up in his hand.
That's when he couldn't find his shirt for hours, and then we made
the
a.
fuck is my shirt?
Fuck is my shirt?
Should I
Oh.
call my siblings wasted cover?
Shirt. Dude, where's my shirt? I'm covered in blood. Should I call my siblings wasted?
Do you want to play this?
2 a.m. It's E-fuck, and it's fucking.
And it's fucky.
Why aren't you laughing? Where the fuck is my shirt? God, please just laugh. And it's funny. And it's funny. I'm covered in blood. So much blood. And it's funny. And it's funny. My shirt. My shirt. My shirt is gone. Are you laughing now? Cunt.
Whoa.
I just found this online. I don't know what this is.
I
It's
thought
great.
you weren't saying that word anymore, Ethan. Why'd
I
you
just
just
found this
post a
online.
recording of you saying that?
Have you heard this sound?
No.
Listen to this part. The breakdown here.
Where the fuck is my shirt? Dude, where's my shirt? I'm covered in blood. Should I call my
Siblings wasted, covered in blood at 2 a.m. It's Efok, and it's funny.
Why aren't you laughing? Where the fuck is my shirt? God, please just laugh. And it's funny.
And it's funny. Covered in blood, so much blood. It's funny. And it's funny. My shirt is gone.
It sounds a lot like Pablo the Blowfish by Miley Cyrus.
That shit
And her
goes
dead
insane.
pets.
That's better.
I'm pretty sure it sounds exactly like that song. I think AI stole from that song.
It's not the greatest song you've ever heard.
No, makes me feel sick.
Why? Well, that's
Makes
the,
me feel sick.
that's the intended effect.
Okay, more Sanjuro talk. So,
Ethan's locked out.
Sorry.
I think
Ethan's been doom scrolling his photos for like
he's
the past
trying to
2
find the
weeks.
Lauganma video.
No, but that's what he's been doing.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
I don't think he will.
You want to see the pyramid?
No,
The
You
pyramid was sick. The pyramid was sick.
I've seen the pyramid.
That's crazy
No.
impressive. You guys continue.
Yeah, so I didn't like Sanjuro. I feel like they wanted to characterize him more in this movie and they didn't. That's you. Oh my god.
Does it seem like they wanted to more? It doesn't.
I think
he's-
they
I
did.
feel like he's less of a character.
Because
in
they
this
had
one.
yeah, he is less of a character, but I think they wanted to make him more of a character. Like they wanted to expand
How?
his, like that whole climactic ending where he kills the guy, and he's also like he has that thing where he comes to the realization where he like
We're the
killing's a
same.
bad habit, and he doesn't want to kill anymore.
He got told that by the old woman.
Yeah,
crazy
but
old
then
woman.
he comes to that
I-
realization at the end, kind of very quickly. Like he's upset that he killed the other samurai.
I think that throughout it, they kind of have been setting up that he'd been getting more and more, like thinking about killing people and like not wanting to as much, right? Like
Yeah.
he's like really mad that he has to kill all these like guards and stuff, right? When
Yeah.
the gang does that. I think they set it up decently well.
I think they should have, delved more into him in Sanjuro. Who is this?
I kind of
always send
like
these-
him just being like the man with no name, right? He's like this drifter guy. I don't mind that kind of lack of characterization where he's just like.
But this is his
badass.
movie.
Yeah,
This
he's
is-
just like this badass like force. I like that.
Yeah. I do like when he struggles. Like throughout this movie, he's way more overpowered,
He
and he
is.
has that one moment where he gets captured, and that's the one moment where I think he's actually not just he's not just knowing what they're thinking.
But
he
he's
just
still cracking like Marvel jokes. He's like, "I'll tell you for like 5 real," and then they're like, "Oh, we'll kill you." He's like, "Oh, okay, 3."
yeah. Yeah, he's still funny, but
MCU
I'm just
movie.
saying like he's not just like he knows what they're thinking at that point. At that point, he like formulates a really sick plan where he's like,
Red is
they're going to attack if they don't get my signal.
yeah. Red is
Red is-
attack. White is surrender.
So they throw all of them in. He's like, "You
Yeah.
fucking idiots!" The signal was to attack.
Yeah.
That's a good picture. Yeah, I love it. I don't like that hairstyle. That classic samurai hairstyle.
Like the bald look.
The weird, yeah, with the
I agree. It's
and it gets
a tough look to
exaggerated
pull
too.
off.
Like if people do it now, they exaggerate it with like the big hook coming forward.
yeah.
Who's that? I don't remember that picture. Is that Jake from first year or before?
No, these are pictures of Jake at his uncle's. I'm almost done.
You're not almost done. You're only in September.
How do you know that?
Because you just said it was pictures of Jake at his uncle's. I know
Stop
exactly
reading
when
my
you took those
mind.
pictures.
Get out of my head. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Probably on your old phone, even.
Can we go get my old phone?
Yep.
We'll keep rolling. But
Keep
Okay.
rolling.
I like Sanjuro. I certainly have less to say about it if you guys have not noticed.
I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 7, I think.
I'd give it between a 7 and an 8.
Great
I think I gave it an
blocking.
8.
Great blocking throughout. I love the shot when right at the very start where they all poke their heads up, their bald little foreheads
Yeah.
up through the floorboards. So cute, so adorable. Once again, great sense of space, great sense of blocking throughout this movie. As Sam said earlier, the use of the framing through the walls and stuff, really good stuff. Certainly just less memorable characters throughout was my biggest issue.
I liked the foil character. I found him to be pretty memorable.
Which,
Like Sanjuro's foil. I forget his name.
yeah.
But he's like trying to do like these counter plans to all the things that Sanjuro is doing, and
Yeah, fucking shit.
I had a couple things I wanted to mention as well. See if I can find the name of it. There's the wife and the daughter that they save.
yeah,
The wife.
To the uncle?
the uncle. Yeah,
Yeah. The wife has black teeth,
she does.
which I looked into the history of.
I
Did
thought
you watch
it was
commentary
because
for
she's
this one or
rotten.
just Yojimbo?
Just Yojimbo? I
It's-
hadn't seen Sanjuro before, so I wanted to just watch
That's
it.
fair.
I think
It's
I'd
very-
seen
it's
Yojimbo
very-
twice before, so I was like, I can.
Have you seen Hidden Fortress?
Let's see what it's called.
So okay, I think I've seen Hidden Fortress, but I logged a different one by accident.
How did that happen?
I don't know
So
because I think I own a Hidden Fortress.
Hidden Fortress is great. Just Star Wars. First Star Wars movie, quite
Which
literally.
one do I own?
So the
Yeah,
black,
I do own the Hidden Fortress, so I've seen this one.
It's a great movie.
But what did I log?
Yeah, that's racist.
the
That has to be racist.
the black teeth is a tradition
I logged Throne
in
of
Japan called. It's called
Blood.
ahagao.
Throne of Blood is Macbeth, right?
Yeah.
The tradition of teeth
Hidden Fortress is
blackening.
Star Wars.
Are you guys
Yeah.
listening?
Yeah, sorry.
The tradition of teeth blackening is called ahagao.
Okay.
That's not true. No,
There
it's
you
oha. Yeah.
Oh, you fucking.
No, it's
Creep.
ohaguro. And it was for women that have reached sexual maturity. And I think it was if they were married and have reached sexual maturity, they would, not always, usually it was a more aristocratic thing. They would blacken their teeth, soaking iron fillings in tea or sake, and like
And that'd be
tannins.
permanent?
Yeah, it would turn their teeth black permanently, and it was considered
wonder-
very
Should we-
beautiful.
Should we hit that for the sketch?
Yeah,
Let's dye
Well-
Let's dye Caleb's teeth.
they said that for. I saw a thing that said for movies they would use like wax and like non-toxic ink to blacken teeth.
We don't need that. For
No, I'd probably do
would
it
be
for
dead.
real.
Caleb
But
would be
interesting.
Never pretend ever.
Never, ever.
Interesting thing about it, it is. It was considered like it was good for your teeth. Your teeth were less likely to get cavities and stuff if you blackened them. Also, it was common in kind of this upper class with geisha where they'd paint their face like pure white.
Yeah.
Because the contrast of the black teeth with the white face.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm picturing that on you right now, Graham, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing.
And then the other thing, they were calling seppuku by its other name. It's
Yeah,
like
harakiri.
harakiri or something like that. Yeah. That one was just...
They call it seppuku in Yojimbo, though. They say it.
Yeah, I think they're just interchangeable. It might just be a class thing with
Yeah, 'cause
with
I
which
swear
word
on
they
my
use.
version it was Haraki or something. But
In Yojimbo,
yeah,
they said seppuku.
I could have sworn it was the other one, but
Okay, I
Sure.
noted it because it was different.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
some.
watched the Criterion edition.
I didn't. Watch the Internet Archive version. Big mistake. 6 out of 10.
There is an interesting thing I saw. I don't know if this has to do with harakiri, but
I need to pee.
that like 2 e syllables.
Take your drink.
I also have to pee. Do you mind if I join? I think I forget what there's like two names for 7 and 4.
Okay.
That kind of depend on context, but people don't like to use the one. I think it might be like Sichi or something like that.
Don't say that.
I don't remember
like
what it
it.
was, but it means death.
Oh.
So like people don't like use. So for 7 they say like, for 4 they say Roku, or no that's 6. Sorry, Yon
'Kay.
for 4, and then 7 is Nana when they don't want to use it
The
with the
other one.
context because
What do they
it
say in the
sounds like
Seven
the word
Samurai?
for. I
Would they
don't
use the
think they
death
really
one?
mention numbers in it. He might when he says 40.
No, but in the Seven Samurai.
Oh, I don't know.
'Cause they're always saying the number 7.
Nana Samurai.
Unite the 7.
Unite the Nana.
Unite the Nana.
I don't
Yeah.
know. There's also weird counting conventions in Japan where, like, depending on what you're counting, numbers have completely different words. So, like,
That would be confusing.
yeah, like,
In the movie Ikiru, one of the leading man is an accountant. So I wonder if that's why he was so depressed.
maybe, yeah.
The numbers are so confusing here.
Because, like, the number 1 is Ichi,
yeah, the
which
killer.
pisses me off because, like, Ichiban ramen means number 1 ramen. Like, ban, I think, means number.
Okay.
And everyone thinks just Ichiban meant ramen in my high school. I used to get in huge debates with people.
Well, it's like Kleenex, right? Like it becomes.
No. Because I never got Ichiban. It's
Yeah,
like
but-
one brand, and it's not even like that popular of a brand.
Yeah, but I could see how it could become like at one school becomes the thing.
It pissed me off.
Okay.
So everyone's like, it's Ichiban. You can go to Japan. I was like, no, it's fucking not.
Yeah.
Dumbass
It's
piece of
ramen.
shit.
Idiot. Shittiot.
Shitty. But yeah, if I like, kai is floor, so it's not ichikai, it's ikai. You just get rid of the chi for first floor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really weird. Or like instead of yon, you'd say like yo for most things. So like
Yeah. But I mean, it's similar in
yopun is
English, like-
4 minutes.
Like 2 becomes second, right? Like, what's the connection there with sound?
Oh, second.
Like second floor.
Yeah, I don't know. Different etymologies. Japan, I think, is just Chinese and then went in its own direction. English is Frankenstein language.
Yeah. English is Frankenstein language.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Toshiro Mifune is born in China? Don't tell Ethan.
Glory to the CCP.
Glory to the Critterpit. Glory to the communist Critterpit.
When did the CCP rise to power in China? Chinese Communist Party.
I don't know. The 50s? I don't know. Should I look it up? We need a
I don't
producer.
know. We don't know if he's on the CCP side or not.
Yeah.
Ethan will know.
Ethan will know. It began in 1927.
Okay, we'll
And
see
then
let's see
they
if Ethan.
became
Let's see if Ethan knows
The
this.
People's Republic of China in 1949.
Ethan. Is that Ethan?
That might not be Ethan.
Might still be in the bathroom.
Oh my God, we're continuing workshops next week with more fighting.
That's fucked.
That is fucked.
I've been to enough of them. I don't need to go, and I don't want to. Like the one I went to on my birthday, the continuation of fighting. I was like, I don't want to be here because it's my birthday.
Yeah, but you still
And
went.
I was like, this is the worst. Maybe not the. Maybe the worst. It was a pretty bad workshop.
All the workshops we had been okay.
It was like
this year, like I wish we did different things with Alex than just like this combat thing.
yeah.
I don't really care about like how to block combat.
Alex is like really into fighting and
It's what it seems.
Yeah. yeah, what was it? It was like we did this whole thing on like safety first when you're training.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, when you get punched and you like snap your head to the side, you want to move your shoulders as well. Otherwise, if you snap your head to the
Yeah,
side, you're
you
gonna get
get
whiplash.
whiplash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if you get punched in the face and you like fling your head back, instead of like whipping your head back, you just do a quick look up,
Yeah.
and it still looks like you got your head punched in the nose or whatever, but it doesn't give you whiplash. And then immediately we get the next class, and Alex is like, "No, whip your head as fast as you can. You want to sell it. You want to sell it."
Or
I'm just
Guess
saying,
what
like,
we're doing in workshops next week?
Missing it.
Combat. More combat.
We gotta go, guys.
just wait till it's not combat. I think
That's what I'm trying to do, but like,
yeah,
I
it's
think
combat
that's
till the
gonna
end of the
be-
year.
it's gonna be that till the end of the year.
We're gonna fail.
That's so stupid.
What happens if we fail this class?
Can you write a letter to the dean again and be like, "Hey,
I'm gonna complain to James directly in my meeting. Be like, this
Yeah?
is the stupidest thing ever.
yeah."
Well, what's happening?
Well, like
Don't fail me.
that second workshop, like, you know, Alex might be knowledgeable and stuff, but all we learned in that second workshop was how to film a fight from a good angle, and there's 4 angles you want to shoot it from typically to look good, to sell a punch or a slap. So it was
What
like
about
we learned
a
shoot it.
samurai fight? That's
Yeah,
all that I
I
care
wanna
about.
do a
Just shoot it
samurai
from
fight.
90 degrees.
And I
That's
think
what
Better
I
next
learned.
I think the
workshop.
main reason he did that too was because during our first workshop on fighting, we just filmed from one angle just so we could see our choreography. It wasn't about filming it. So they're like, "Oh, they don't know how to film it. It looked so bad from this one angle."
Yeah, Sanjuro, I gave an 8 out of 10.
Me too.
7 out of 10.
Okay, hater.
I know you
Hater.
guys. I know.
You hate CNN's Asian of the Year from 1990.
Huh?
He got that award from CNN
Asian of the year.
in art.
Asian of the year.
Yep.
That was his
That was
award
the
title.
award in art.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. Is that category gonna come to the Oscars?
Probably.
I think Keegan's got a good chance.
Keegan's probably gonna get
He's
that.
gonna sweep this year.
Should we call Jake?
Call Jake. Call
Okay.
Jake. Call him a Jake.
Call Jakey.
Calling Jakey Robert.
Oh. I'm a Jake.
Your call has been forwarded.
He's
Ooh.
dead.
Dare he?
He's
You
dead.
call.
Immediately.
You call.
We'll go in a circle. See who he picks up.
He's done with me.
Immediate.
I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Do I try?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
Until he picks up.
Keep going around the circle. Okay, let's see. It's gonna be like, yo, what's up, man?
Yeah. Waiting for your call.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Okay.
automatic.
Call Jakey.
His phone must just be on airplane mode. Could he be on the plane right
He
now?
might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna
One
look
more
at it.
round.
One more
One
round.
more round.
This could be the one.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice messaging system. 5 8. Voice messaging system. 587.
Okay,
Let's
now-
leave him now. Let's leave him 6 voicemails.
Jakey.
Jake, we're on the pod.
I'm covered in blood. So much blood.
Covered in blood, so much blood,
And it's funny. And it's funny. My shirt. My shirt is gone.